How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. It's that time again. We are back with the 67th Virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash, and we've got another category challenge guide for you. So in this video, we're going to show you how to take down this Ultimate Clash using various different categories and mostly older and free-to-play units to help you guys get through, get those stones, and build up your count as you save for Dokkan's 9th anniversary. So let's go ahead, let's hop on in. We got several different teams here, all set up, raring to go. So we're going to jump on in to the first stage here. So with each of these stages, they're all a specific type, and they all have various effects that we got to be aware of. So for this round, almost every stage can be sealed. So we've tried to prioritize bringing units that can seal on our team. So we're going to start up first with the Int Jocko, and for that, we're going to use our Team Bardock. Now, why are we doing that? As always, my recommendation for taking down this event is to start with the free-to-play teams the game gives you. Use these to basically kind of stall out, so you're not using your major powerful units for these early fights, and you can save them for that. The free-to-play teams are more than enough to clear these stages. You want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward by utilizing these teams to clear like the first 3 stages. Alright, so getting things like this, utilizing that AGL free-to-play Bardock really helps because, as we know, Giant Form does basically end the super attack for the turn, so now we know we don't have to worry about taking a super attack on anyone this turn, so that's good. Let's just go ahead and do that. And good thing that happened, because it looks like there was a super attack slot 1. Alright, not bad. If we can actually proc another one, we might actually do a bit of damage. These first couple of fights are not very difficult. Oh wow, he is dodging a lot. There we go. We do get a second turn of Giant Form though, so maybe we can actually utilize this. Oh yeah, we're getting more super attacks this turn. That's what I like to see. Alrighty. Oh, no, don't want that to happen. We need to utilize this to get some damage out. There we go. We got at least one more. Alright, so, I mean, we got 2 turns of Giant Form. We got at least a bar and a half of health down. That's helpful. Let's stick him... Oh, actually, no, we maybe not want to do that. This is probably what we want to do. Alright, let's put Borgos here. That Bardock... The AGL Bardock cannot take any damage whatsoever, so probably best to put the definitely probably best to put the STR Bardock in that final slot. On the off chance we don't, oh okay, never mind, might be a non-issue. I was gonna say just in case we don't kill this turn. Perfect. Alright, so stage 1 with the Team Bardock down. We're going to try to theme these teams as much as we can for each of the fights once we get past the first couple of fights. So first stage down, pretty easy to do. So up next we got the Dodoria and Zarbon. They can... like with the others, they can be attack lowered and they can be sealed. So we're going to go ahead and take advantage of that by utilizing our, where are they? Our Ginyu Force squad. I always like to use Team Bardock and Ginyu Force to clear the first and second. Their teams are entirely free to play. There's not a single character on here that you can't get for free. Ooh, this is nice. Okay, so let's actually put Birder here, right? Because he's got all that dodge, so that'll be nice to put him there. Alright, let's go back at that, and then we'll rotate off the Jace. Perfect. Can we dodge the super? Nope. That's not that much damage, though. Type advantage helps. Alright, we still deal 3 million damage there. Love it. Nice. Yeah. And if we get a... Actually, I don't even think with a crit. I think just this one 18 key will in fact... Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, perfect. Alright, so stage 1 and stage 2 down with the Team Bardock and the Ginyu squad. Like I said, 2 totally free-to-play teams that can easily knock out the first stage for you. So even if you're stuck, right, you can't get past these stages, at the very least you can clear these stages and get some rewards out of the event. I'll tell you, I probably did the first stage or 2 for a long time, never really being able to beat the first couple of stages until I finally was. It's just a matter of collecting up the units necessary to make it happen. So final free-to-play team here, we're going to run the Wicked Bloodline, and for that we're going to run these guys here, the free-to-play Metal Cooler Squad. Now the only unit that's not free-to-play is the AGL Metal Cooler. It's just we need another lead for the team, so you can use him or any other Wicked Bloodline leader that you have. If you have the Fizz Metal Cooler, by all means use him. We just, like I said, I tried to use as many older units and free-to-play units as I can, so I didn't go with the Metal Cooler. You know, as I understand, not everybody may have them. So I tried to set up as many free-to-play options as we could. So let's go ahead, let's hop on in. We're taking down the Tien with our last mostly free-to-play team. Alright, perfect. Would have been nice if we could have gotten the key there, but I mean, it is what it is. Would have loved to have gotten the 18 key to get the buff for the team, but that's okay. This will still do. Well, it depends on whether or not we eat a super. There we go. We get an extra super, though. That'll help. Oh, there it is. See, that's what I was worried. Maybe we should have put the tech unit in front. Alright, we get an extra super with the STR Metal Cooler. And here comes the tech one. And that is enough to take him down. Perfect. And notice we did actually seal him. Like the other 3, he can be sealed. So, there we go. First 3 stages done quite easily. 3 free-to-play teams. And we still got quite a bit of rewards from that. So, on to... Now that we've got the free-to-play teams going on out of the way, let's talk about the category challenges for the rest of the event. So up next is the Krillin, with the Fizz Krillin. So we're going to use an STR Peppy Gals team. Following that, we're going to take on Baby using Int Vegeta's family. We're going to take on Kid Goku later with STR Terrifying Conquerors, or as best we can, right? And then the Demon King Piccolo, we're going to use DB Saga. We'll use Androids versus Piccolo, and then for Cell, we're going to use Goku's family / Kamehameha. And then finally for Vegeta, we're going to try a Fizz Goku's family team. Now, I will list these categories in the description down below. If you're at all interested in trying to use the same categories as me, then by all means, submit them down below. Let us know what teams you cleared each of the stages with, and we'll go over this again at the end. So let's go ahead. Let's hop in again with the Krillin, like the others. Can be sealed, but not stunned or attack lowered. So we're going to take advantage of the sealers. So let's go Peppy Gals. So it's actually mostly an STR team. So we're going to be using her and then her, actually. So we won't have a full lead for Peppy Gals. We could if we brought, like, say, one of our other major Peppy Gals lead, but I chose not to do that. Or actually, oh no, she's, oh actually, yeah, she's 130. We could totally do that. There we go. And then her. Perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's hop on in with this. The thing about her is she needs a cauliflower to the kale does need a cauliflower in order to get her guard, but since we're type advantage here, we have guard anyway, so I actually figured wouldn't really matter. Alright, so I'm gonna grab this and hope it drops an orb here. Yeah, okay, perfect. Alright, so again, looking at the team here, she's an older unit, she's an older unit, she's an older unit, she's free to play, she's free to play, right? I tried to fill it in, like, all of these units are pretty, you know, they're greater than 2 years old, so, aside from Videl, who's, well, actually, no, Videl is, like, almost 3 years old at this point. Oh, wow. Okay, so, I mean, the main thing here I wanted to show is, like, you know, you can still clear these with some older units, if you've managed to pick some of them up, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Had a feeling he was going to super slot 1, and Chi-Chi is our sealer, by the way. At least he's super Chi-Chi, and now we don't have to worry about anybody else taking any major hits here. And quite honestly, Kefla will probably solo. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Okay, yeah, Kefla solos. So if you got Kefla, bring her. Heck, I might even, you know, if it wasn't for the fact that I was using a different setup for Vegeta, I might use her. Alright, so there we go. Krillin down, so up next is the Tech Baby. So for this one, we're going to use an Int Vegeta's family team. So let's pull up Vegeta's family and Int. So we're going to run this team here. We're going to be running this setup here, right? Perfect. So this is going to be our Vegeta's family team. I figured it was appropriate. Like I said, it could be themed a little bit. Krillin, you know, our ladies man over there, had to go with the Peppy gals and made sure we had that Android 18 there. And then, of course, you know, we've got this team here. So let's go ahead. Let's jump on in. Baby seems appropriate to use Vegeta for this one. And I think I usually use Goku, but for this one, I decided to go with this.
You think this is the end? Think about the next threat, or think about your pride. Saiyan blood flows in your veins. If you're my son, as you claim, then I won't tolerate you losing to anyone! I will get stronger. Stronger than the enemy, and stronger than you!
Alrighty, so, again, like I was saying, with this team, right, the newest unit on this team is the Vegeta and Trunks, and they're 2 years old, so, I mean, you know, the point is it can be done. You don't have to have the perfect setup, so let's actually grab okay, let's grab that. Yeah, okay, perfect with that. So this Vegeta we wanted to bring, this one here, because he's our sealer who can seal Baby. And then there we go, we can get 8 key spheres with the Vegeta, which is perfect. Nice, we get an additional normal. Alright, no extra supers. And here goes the Int Super Vegeta. Perfect. Oh, wow. He solos. He's the Kefla for this one. Perfect. Alright, so we got the seal and we got the death. Perfect. So again, Baby with Int Vegeta's family is the goal. Now, these aren't always going to be perfect. I try to design them around the categories I pick, or try to be themed, right, around certain types of enemy class characters, or you know, personality traits of the characters I think that fit. And so the categories may not be perfect, and if we die, we always have backups, and you can always and that's really what you want to make sure. You want to have a primary team that you're, when taking down Clash, always prep a primary team for each fight, and then have a few backup teams in case you lose. So let's hop into the Kid Goku here. So you can see here, he can't be stunned, he has evasion and reduces damage received. So he can be sealed. So we will bring a sealer for this fight. So let's go ahead and hop on in. So the team we're going to use for this one, since he is Fizz, is actually, where is it? Let's search it up. We're going to use Terrifying Conquerors. since the primary amount of characters on this squad are in fact STR. So we're going to bring this guy, we'll have him as our secondary lead. We're going to bring these guys, and then we're going to bring these two right here, because both of them are sealers. So even though they are not STR types, they will help us out with their sealing. Unfortunately, there were no Terrifying Conquerors that are STR that could seal, so we'll take advantage of that. So let's go ahead and let's hop on in here. Alright, so... Alright, we're gonna have to do that. Not exactly what I wanted, because Willow is our sealer. We would prefer to have him... There we go, we get an additional super. But, I mean, I guess since he can be Attack Lord, it's not too bad. So, again, that's the other reason we're using Terrifying Conquerors, is most of these units can also attack lower the enemy, which would be very, very helpful for this fight. But again, just like before, no unit on this team is newer than 2 years or not free to play. There we go. Okay, so we will actually still be able to get... Oh, wait, is the seal... Okay, no, I was worried for a second the seal was on his 12 key, but it is on the 18 key. But I guess it wouldn't matter because we got both. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about attacking for a turn.
I am the strongest in the universe!
Alrighty. So with that in mind, everybody's here's defense is terrible. Like, just plain awful. Alright, let's do that. I don't want to keep this Frieza on because his defense is more terrible than everybody else's. Alright, but I guess we're attack lowering, so it's not that big of a deal. But watch, we have Cooler in Ultimate Clash, and somehow he's still gonna sell for us. I just know it. I can feel it. There we go. Oh, hey. I was about to say, are we gonna miss a second one? Okay, so he kind of like half sold. Which I don't think counts because one of them got dodged anyway, so I don't know. And of course he doesn't get the seal. Alright. How's that defense looking? Alright, let's do it. Let's just get this over with.
You're the first, and soon to be the last, to witness my ultimate transformation! Well then, ready to kneel?
Alrighty, so... let's go ahead and do that number. Let's do that. And then let's grab that with the Turles Army. Wow, both the TUR and the LR sold for us. That's a first. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so as I was showing you, no unit on the team any team I've used so far has been newer than 2 years. So it's kind of makes it easy for taking this down. You can see that you don't need the best, newest units to take down any recent Ultimate Clashes, except maybe like the final fight. And so that's why, you know, if you can use teams similar to what I'm showing you here, you can save those newer, better units for your final fights here, right? Especially against the Vegeta, who can be a bit of a pain. So let's go ahead, let's hop into the next one. Let's take down the Demon King Piccolo. So as you can see here, no stunning, no, unlike the Goku, he can't be attack and defense lowered. And he does reduce damage, so he won't, he will be able to be sealed. So knowing that he can be sealed, we're going to run DB Saga here, and we're going to run this setup here, and we got a couple sealers on this setup. And I'm realizing now that I just forgot to awaken my free-to-play Kid Goku here, so hang on 1 second. Alright, we are back. We had to awaken that Goku, completely forgot to feed in the medals and get him awakened. So, once again, no unit on this team, we're using DB Saga, is newer than 2 years. In fact, the Kid Goku, the Path to Power Kid Goku, is in fact just barely under 2 years old, right? So it's, I mean, on JP, he's over. But on global, you know, he's just barely under. So, I mean, as best we can, we're using older units, like I said. But there's only so many DB Saga leaders we can use for this. And to keep the category theme running, we want to make sure you use it. So we got a couple sealers on here. But every other unit, aside from the leader, the 2 leaders, are free to play. So let's go ahead, let's hop on in here. Just like the others, he can be sealed. So we want to take advantage of that. Alright, so... Alright, we need that because we need the 7. Let's take that. Or she heals on Rainbow Orb, right? Oh, she gets attack. Okay, well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Alright, let's grab that. She's not really here for our attacking anyways, although her being type advantage in this fight is really helpful. Alright, we get 1 super out of Goku, we get a normal, we get an additional super, we'll take that. Alright. Alright, so we did get her damage reduction. I've got her with some dodge in her too. Perfect. Although I think this means Kid Goku might eat a super. We get an additional super. Yeah, since this is Clash, I think even if we got all 3 supers here, which we don't, I think Kid Goku eating a super means death. Alright, but we got lucky.
To witness the power of the most brilliant machine, built by me, of course.
Alrighty, so we got the peel off Prio here. Now let's see, what orbs do we want to grab with them? Okay, and seals the enemies attacked with STR. Okay, so we want to prioritize the STR types with these guys. Alright, let's grab that. No, okay. Alright, we'll have to take that, but then we can still get these STR. Oh, no. There we go. Okay. I was about to be really upset there. Alright, so we can get those 6 and get the seal off. Alright, I think Jackie Chun here seals too. Or no, Krillin. Oh, yes, he does. Okay, perfect. Alright, so double seal going off this turn. Well, then maybe we should have went for the HO. There we go. Both of them seal, actually. Okay, nice. Alright, so again, most of this team is all free to play, so it makes for an easy, easy run. Nice. Alright, so now we don't have to worry about any super attacks here. Perfect. So we can get the 7 here. Rainbow orbs. There we go. We'll take 3. And then let's grab that. Perfect. We get the additional super with Kid Goku. Alright, nice. We're proccing those supers now. If we can get a crit, although I don't know. Yeah, there we go. See, that would have been nice. If we had 2 of those, this would have been game over. Alright, we get the dodge. And perfect. Now we get our Goku. See, what sucks about using that Goku is now knowing that they awaken into that LR. We'll never see that super attack animation again, unless they make another World Tournament Kid Goku from the 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, which I doubt. Alright, so that brings us to the next fight against the Cell. So he can't be stunned, but... Or not the Cell, the Piccolo. We're going to be using Cells. Can't be stunned, but he can be attack defense lowered and sealed. So we are going to take advantage of that. Like I said, we're going to be running androids here. So this one's got a couple more summonable units on it, but that's because there aren't too many free-to-play options here. So we're just trying to take advantage of what we can here. 170. Alright, perfect. And then let's do that. So this is our setup here. This one's mostly summonable, but again, every unit on here, 2 years or greater, right? So let's go ahead. Let's jump on in. All right, so like the Cell here, he's exactly 2 years old. He released during Golden Week 2 years ago. All right, so all right, let's do this number. Yeah. Yeah, I would rather, because Cell, if... Yeah, okay, come on, dodge, guys. Dodge, dodge. Like, seriously, that's the one thing you need to do. Okay, so that can happen. And what sucks is, you know, we had 2 really good int types that could have eaten that. So, hey, that can happen. Category challenge failed for that one, but that's why we have a backup here. So, one of our main backups, I always like to bring our Dragon Ball heroes. So for this one, we will run our extreme variant, since we have a lot of int types on that one, and hop on in. So let's do this. But yeah, had the androids just dodged, we'd have had no problem at all. Or even if we just had any of our int types, would have been much, much easier. As a, like, look. Alright, let's grab that. I feel like we should have just put Dark Mask King in front. Yep, okay. Again, we're leading with a super. We don't dodge. Wow, okay, so we just lost 2 in a row because that, okay. So we're wasting stuff because... Okay. Alright, well, let's do our next category then. The game just literally decided that this is... Okay. So, what are we betting that there's a super in the beginning again? Well, at least it's not the very first attack, but yep, sure enough. Alright, Alright, not too bad. Would have been nice to get that extra super there. Yeah, so, I mean, that's the thing about Ultimate Clash, is that you could literally, no matter what team you bring, unless you have pure type advantage, which, I mean, you could do. That does make it easy, but it makes it significantly less fun. It gets really boring doing this month after month using the same type teams over and over again, so I always like to introduce some category challenges to make it fun and show you that you don't need the perfect mono-type team to take it down, so... let's actually do this number here, because, you know, he would be the best choice. And then that. Perfect. Yep, there we go. So, literally, in the 4 instances where we've had to be in front here, he has super attacked in slot 1. Like, that is, like, extremely... 1, it's extremely unlucky. But 2, it's like, I mean... You can see even Gohan took... For Gohan, that is a lot of damage to be taking for him, just being completely honest. He should... Especially since he's type advantaged. So that just gives you an idea, like... That... Yeah. It hits way too hard, his super. But because his fight can be attack lowered, you're supposed to lower his attack first to make that super less dangerous. But of course, with our luck, that's... not happening. Alright, here we go. Alright, here we go. So we actually got all the hits we needed to get Limit Breaker Goku fully built up. There we go. Nice. Alright, so Piccolo's done. Plus us 3 teams, which sucks because now we have less teams to take on Vegeta with, which could pose a problem later on. But hopefully we don't have too many problems with Cell, and we can get through this one pretty quickly. And I think we can because of who we're using. So, as I told you before, we're using AGL types, and this is going to be mostly Goku, mostly Goku's family Kamehameha. So... Let's run... We're going to have him as the lead, and him as the... It'll be the same, right? And then we're going to have these guys, and then these guys. So we got a couple stunners here, because this Cell can be stunned. So basically the idea is we stun lock him. That's the idea. We stun lock him. But we got to be able to get to that first. So... Okay. Let's do that. Grab that. And then UI Goku, just go there. So, the nice thing here is he can be attack lowered, he can be defense lowered, he can be stunned, and he can be sealed. So... basically throw everything at the wall at him with this team, see what sticks, and try to get through it. But it should be pretty easy since most of the units here have type advantaged. Although, our only major problem I can see is on the next turn, we don't really have any good slot 1 units. We can maybe try to rely on the LR Goku. But... we're gonna have to do this. What's this stun? Is it... It's a medium chance, so we have to pray we get it. Alright. Alright, can we get it? Yeah, okay, perfect. We got this done. Alright, so this actually worked out for us quite well. Perfect. Alright, let's grab that. And let's grab that with Gohan. Alright, excellent. So, great turn. We don't have to worry about any attacks. This worked out really, really nicely. We got the medium chance to stun, and we have no worries. I mean, you don't have to bring, since the focus is trying to stun lock them, you don't need to bring type advantage for this one. But we tried to keep it type advantage, just because I kind of have a setup that I usually run for the Goku's family AGL types. And given that it's Cell, it does make that help. It is helpful because, like, we can use this Gohan. And I wouldn't be surprised if he just finishes things off. Or, I mean, unless we get normals instead of actual supers. Which looks like that's what's happening. Alright, nice. And now we got some active skills here.
I ain't no hero of justice or anything else like that. Anyone who tries to hurt my friends, it's gonna pay!
Alrighty. And then let's do this Goku's active now.
Guess there's no need to play games. I'm pretty strong this time around. Times 10! Kamehameha! Yeah!
Oh, just barely still alive. Okay. Alright, well, let's just hope UI Goku can dodge here, and we'll finish up with everyone else. He got one dodge. Alright, we take it. Because that's pretty much all we need to finish the fight here. Perfect. And done. Excellent. Alrighty, so we got that one done. We can go ahead and move on to the final fight against Vegeta. Again, for this one, we're going to start by using Fizz Goku's family. And if we can actually finish it with that, then that'll be great. We will have succeeded in our category challenge. So in order to pull this off, we're going to use this one here as our lead, and then this as our secondary lead, since he does lead Goku's family, just like we did with the Vegeta's family. And we get a couple, we got a couple stunners and sealers here, but it doesn't matter. Vegeta, as you can see here, cannot be sealed, cannot be attack or defense lowered, cannot be stunned. So we're just going to do the best that we can with this setup here. So let's hop on in. I feel like God Goku's kind of going to be the clutch here. So he is the newest unit on the team.
I will defeat you!
So this is a Super Saiyan God. I never knew this level of power existed.
Alrighty, so changed all the wrong orbs, but at least we can get him here. I feel like I might just do that. There we go. And then that way we can get the extra supers with Gohan. Yeah, it sucks taking him off, but I mean, it's probably the best play here. So God Goku gets his dodge. That's what we needed him to do. Since Battlefield Ultimate Clash doesn't really last too many fights, I'm actually thinking that the Heart Virus Goku should be pretty good for this. I mean, provided he doesn't eat any major supers, he should be alright. There we go. Can we dodge? Yeah. Okay, perfect. Excellent. We get an additional super. like I thought, double digits on the Heart Virus Goku. Alright, so now Gohan, if we can actually proc at least 2 supers out of you, we will be on our way to a good spot here for the rest of this fight. There we go. Okay, cool. So we proc the Hidden Potential super. Alright, we are looking good here. Alright, so 7. Alright, let's grab that. That's what I was worried about. I feel like I should have just put Goku and Gohan in front. At least they would have had a chance to dodge this. 200k isn't bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. There we go. Okay, off to a good start. The question is the defense enough on this guy? And I think Vegeta can super twice, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, the defense is enough for normals. Yep, that's what I thought. He can super twice. I don't know that the defense is enough for a super from Vegeta, though. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, yeah, so, I mean, Clash is a pain in the butt. Always is. Always has been. I mean, well, I shouldn't say always has been. We had for like a good year and a half where it was, they made it ridiculously easy. Like, I could clear it with my eyes closed. I mean, I probably couldn't now using certain type teams, but, you know, making it fun for you guys is always the joy. So, let's use one of our backup teams. So, who do we have left? Okay, so we have GT Heroes or our Majin Buu Saga team. So, since it is the Majin Buu Saga celebration, let's go ahead and wrap things up with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku team. So, let's run these guys, everybody on here, Majin Buu Saga. Let's have some fun. And most of them are Fizz too, so that's always a plus. And of course we don't get Goku turn 1. That would have made this way too easy, right? Can't have that. Alright, let's do that. Perfect. Not what I wanted. Hey, great start. Can we dodge? Yeah, alright, boy. Okay, at least we got the dodge. I feel like if we get 3 supers out of this dude, and then plus all of the supers out of Goku and Vegeta, we might actually be able to finish this before it matters. Before it doesn't matter that Gotenks isn't going to get a super. If not, we're going to have to pray that he dodges. There we go. Get additional super. If we can keep those crits up, we might be on the right track. Yeah, okay. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, Gotenks. I need an extra super out of you. I misclicked, gave you the wrong orb. Give me a super, yes. Okay, and we make it out alive. By the skin of our teeth. So, there it is. There's the 67th Ultimate Clash. Honestly, in the 2 teams that we lost with, right, if we look here, versus, well, actually, let's pull it up on the next screen, right? So if we look at the Piccolo, right, in the 2 teams that we lost with, literally it's just because we got hit with, like, this one especially, like, super 3 times in a row, slot 1. I mean, it's literally, we just didn't have the right characters. Like, literally, the androids team that we have because of the attack lowering and whatnot could have easily handled Piccolo. The issue is that we got the only units that couldn't take the super, and our androids just decided they weren't going to dodge. If they'd have just dodged, it'd have been a non-issue. So, you know, we just kind of had to deal with that. And I admit, on the second part, if we'd have put Dark Mask King in front, we probably would have been fine. but, you know, is what it is. So, and then same goes for Vegeta, right? If instead of, right, like if we had gotten the Fizz Bardock there, we'd have, this team absolutely could have cleared and made it through that just fine, and God Goku would have finished up the next turn. So, you know, I think the categories will still work, especially if you use teams similar to this. You'll notice for just about every team here, aside for this final one, most of the units are at least a year old at this point. So I feel like, you know, that's a pretty, you know, you don't have to have been collecting every single unit. Even some of these older units, banner units you have pulled, may be able to help you get the job done, as you can see here. And a lot of the units we're using are free to play, with exception of this Majin Buu Saga team, right? Like that, the Goku, the Gohan, on this Fizz team here are all free to play. Several other options throughout the rest of the themes are all free to play options. So I put this out here because many of you guys were asking for a guide for the event, and so I wanted to put it out there, show you don't need the biggest, the baddest units to take it down. It can be done even if you are as bad at the game as I am. So one last time I want to go over the categories and we'll close out the video. So for Jocko, for Zarbon and Dodoria, and for Tien, you want to use your 3 free-to-play teams. So the Metal Cooler team, the Bardock, and the Ginyu Force. Doesn't really matter what order. For Krillin, we're using Peppy Gals. For Baby, I want to use Int Vegeta's Family. For Goku, we'll use Terrifying Conquerors. For Demon King Piccolo, Dragon Ball Saga. For Cell, Goku's Family, AGL. And then for Piccolo, try to use androids if you can. Maybe you can come up with a better setup than what I got here. But yeah, androids is the goal for that one. And then for Vegeta, of course, the Fizz, Goku's Family. So I'll write in the description all of these if you want to check them out. So guys, that is it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let me know what are your thoughts on this Ultimate Clash guide. How did you do? Let me know your teams if you attempted the challenge guide. Let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.